Hey there, everybody. My name is George. I'm the founder here at Extension Ecom, and today I'm going to be walking you all through some sponsored display do's and don'ts within your Amazon ad console. And for today's agenda, we're going to talk through the marketing funnel, sponsored display 101, sponsored display consideration campaigns, purchase campaigns, and loyalty campaigns. Everything you need to know to be set up to leverage sponsored display within your Amazon account. So let's jump into it. Let's start off with the marketing funnel. So the marketing funnel is going to be, in general, how attracting customers works. At the top portion of the funnel, you're going to have consideration, which allows you to build brand recognition so that people can consider buying from your brand. However, most businesses that are doing anywhere less than $2-3 million annually, they don't need to be in the consideration bucket. And honestly, depending on the market size, a lot of businesses in the 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 million range also don't need consideration. Again, it does depend on search volume, but a lot of these businesses can get away with purchase and loyalty. So let's discuss purchase. So purchase is how you capture new to brand shoppers profitably, and that's really going after the low-hanging fruit, the people that are actively looking for your products. And then loyalty is converting those shoppers long-term to drive repeat buyers and increase lifetime value. How do we now take sponsored display and apply it to the marketing funnel? Well, first we need to understand fundamentally what sponsored display is. So sponsored display is an ad solution within Amazon Ads that goes both on and off Amazon, and you can leverage two different targeting options within sponsored display. One is going to be contextual and one is going to be audiences. Now, contextual targeting allows you to target shoppers within a specific contextual setting. So think about targeting a specific product or targeting a specific category. When shoppers then end up in that contextual setting, they will see your ad. Now, when it comes to audiences, this is a little bit different, as you'll target shoppers based on their audience segment. So think about if you target a specific category from a contextual standpoint, when they enter that category, they will see your ad. However, if you target that same exact category from an audience's perspective, these audiences were previously in that category. Now they might see your ad off Amazon, they might see your ad in a different category, etc. So it's just changing from, hey, we're targeting this contextual setting to we're targeting that specific audience wherever they may be.
Hey there, everybody. I just wanted to jump in real quick and let you all know that we actually do this all day, every day as an agency. We have over 40 active clients that have generated over $100 million in the trailing 12 months on Amazon. And if you want our support scaling your Amazon business, feel free to click the link in the description below, go over to our website and book a call there. I look forward to chatting with you. And with that being said, let's jump back into the video.
So moving forward, now that we have that knocked out, let's talk about consideration campaigns. So first of all, within Amazon, there's a few different campaign types here. The first is going to be contextual targeting to anything that's extremely broad. You're targeting a whole category on its own, and you're not niching it down to the subcategory level, and you're not adding in refinements, and you're just casting the widest possible net within that specific category. Also, you can remarket to people who viewed your competitors or your category. And again, the reason why this is consideration is because they're no longer actively shopping here. So whether or not they're ready to buy is up for debate. They could have already bought, they might have just been browsing and they're no longer interested, etc. And then lastly, targeting anything with in-market interest or lifestyle audiences, that's definitely going to be consideration. You're saying, hey, this person has this general lifestyle, let's target them. Whether they're interested or not, that could be the case, that could not be the case. Most times it's not currently the case. So some do's and don'ts for these types of campaigns. So if you're an 8-figure company or you're a market leader within your niche, leverage these campaigns. You need to choose a different KPI to track than ACoS or ROAS though. These are not going to be low-hanging fruit profitable sales. This is, hey, we've tapped out the lower funnel and now we need to build up our brand recognition and drive more non-ad attributed branded search to our business. Meaning people are just straight up searching for us on their own and they're finding us. And this is done through a high frequency of impressions over a long period of time. And then when they're ready to buy for something within your niche, they just look for you. And in order to prove this out, you need to start with a test budget first, prove concept, see that your NABs does improve over a 30, 60, 90-day period, and then you can ramp it up or back off. Now, some don'ts, don't use any of these campaigns if you're below 2 mil per year. You're not going to profit. At this point, you need profit, you need cash flow, and you need sales that are going to occur within a 90-day time frame. So next up is going to be sponsored display purchase campaigns. And for these, there's multiple campaigns, and the goal is to drive new to brand shoppers who aren't finding you through the search bar. And you can do so through contextual targeting to subcategories with refinements, right? So for consideration, we're casting a broad net. For purchase, we're being a lot more targeted. We're saying, hey, we want to go after people within this subcategory with these specific refinements because they're highly likely to buy. We want to go after specific competitor ASINs that you might have a competitive advantage over. You have better star ratings, you have a better price point, etc. You also want to go after anything that's already working within sponsored products. And then also you want to remarket to people who clicked but didn't purchase if you're a high priced non-consumable product. Some do's is use these campaigns if you're at $0 plus. I mean, mean, really anybody can benefit from these campaigns. They will drive profitable sales if you have a good detail page. Track ACoS and ROAS, that's the primary KPI here. And then you also want to target, like I mentioned, competitors that you have a competitive advantage over. That could be quantity of reviews, that could be star rating, that could be price point. And then you also want to target ASINs that are performing well with an SP, like I mentioned. Don't ignore these campaigns and just run sponsored products. You're going to be missing out on easy sales. Don't use VCPM for any of these campaigns. You're just going to get a beautiful ACoS because it's realistically just cannibalizing all of your organic, and then you're going to feel like you should run these campaigns more, and it's just misleading you. It's too low in the funnel. Don't run any viewable attribution models. And then lastly, we have our loyalty campaigns here. So for loyalty campaigns, the goal is to increase the lifetime value of your shoppers, and this really just comes down to purchases remarketing. So for some do's and don'ts for purchases remarketing, we want to leverage sponsored display purchases remarketing for all CPG businesses or CPG products if you sell both consumable and non-consumable. So some don'ts is, again, don't use VCPM. It's just going to cannibalize your organic. It's going to provide you with a misleading ACoS. Don't target people who purchase from competitors. Amazon allows you to do that. It's going to be like consideration or even worse performance because these people are now loyal to another brand. It's just not going to convert. And then also don't use this if you sell non-consumable products. If you target someone who just bought your pet bed 30 days after they bought the pet bed, well, they're going to use that thing for 3 years, right? So it's just going to be a waste of money. So don't do that. So overall, that's everything you need to take into consideration for sponsored displays, do's and don'ts. And if you do have any questions, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll get back to you. Thanks and have a wonderful rest of your day.